Hey, it's Peter Gregg, Miami, and it is a Friday, but it's a brand new month. Now, let's see if I could do something interesting by doing uh, well, that's the end of show. I really want to create a beginning of show, start of show, so let's try this, okay?
Sit back, relax. You are about to watch a Peter Gregg video. Something warm, human, and wonderful happens when you watch Peter Gregg.
It's Friday, 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 and not only is it Friday, but it's a brand spanking new month. So let's see what camera we're actually running here. I might want to fix it up just a little bit. Hey, you're along for the ride. What can I tell you? Okay, so I created a new folder for you guys that are eCam. And in this new folder, Old MacDonald had a farm and EIEIO. So I created it so one thing will go to the next automatically. And that's what I did. Now, I'm also trying to record or broadcast live here on YouTube, which is what you're watching, okay? But I'm also trying to broadcast live on Rumble. I haven't been successful with that, okay? That is the truth, okay? I've not been successful with being able to go on the Friday night live show, which is what we got going on tonight. Okay, now I've tried it last week, didn't work. I tried it the week before, didn't work. Okay, I've tried to do an impromptu. Well, that kind of worked, but it didn't work. So this is my attempt again. All right, so we got microphones running. Yes, we do. We got cameras running. Yes, we do. Is Peter Gregg live? Yes, I am. Ow! What the heck you hit me so hard for? Dang! What kind of an idiot are you? Okay, this is tea with milk in it. Well, actually, heavy cream. Okay, because I've been having tea and it needs to be a little special. I was going to make hot chocolate, but instead I made green tea. So this is actually green tea, decaffeinated green tea because I try to drink a lot of it. I'm not drinking enough liquids. And also some artificial sweetener. Well, it's not artificial. It's a real sweetener. It's called monk fruit. And I buy the liquid kind. It works. It just works better than the powder kind. So for those of you that are trying to work on your lowering your carbs, I had a talk with Jim this week. And in the process of talking, we came up with it's not your special occasions that sync you with what you're trying to do with your health. Okay, so if you go to a party, you're going to have a piece of cake and ice cream. Enjoy it. What can I tell you up there? Camera E10, Sony E10. Still probably one of the best cameras to go with. Okay, now I have lost weight. Now this shirt bunches up right down here. And I don't know what is going on with this shirt. Okay, I've actually lost more weight again, which is good. So, but why does this shirt bunch up down here? I could do this and try to hide it, but it doesn't. It's like the bottom buttons get tighter. All right, that is TMI, as they call it, for a live show. But anyway, let's get rolling on the live show. Okay, I made a theme for tonight's show. What is the theme for tonight's show? I've done 5, 6, or 7. Sammy or whoever's there can actually tell me. I've done 5, 6, or 7. What do you call it? Not live, but daily vlogs. Okay, I call it almost daily vlogs. So I've uploaded, let's just meet in the middle, 6 daily vlogs, okay? And where did I do it? I did it over on Patreon. So on Patreon, you know when you just come right up to the line, but you don't go over it? Well, outside of YouTube, they don't like it when I shoot in 4K. So what we're looking at tonight is actually what they call 1440. So it's 2560 by 1440. It's higher than 1080, so the quality is a little higher than 1080. It's lower than 4K. So the cameras are actually set at 4K, and they pump into Ecamm at 4K. But I have Ecamm set up to send it out the door at 2560 by 1440, or what they call 1440. It's a little higher than and then 2K, to be honest with you. So it's not 1080. It's not, well, whatever. It's 2560 by 1440, and I had to create a preset in Final Cut Pro to accommodate that because they don't actually recognize it. Okay, so that is what we've got going on. So back to what I was saying. I've made 5, 6, 7 videos every day this week. What was I doing today? What camera did I play with? What lens did I play with? What did I cook? What did I get in from Amazon? What did I send back to Amazon? Anything goes. Anything that I want to make a video. And I kept this camera with me. So that prompted the question, what camera do you keep with you at all times? And some of you are going to say, well, I don't keep a camera with me at all times, but I will keep my phone with me at all times. That's a good answer. You know why? Because my phone is in my pocket and the red button is not on. Okay, so in an emergency for this stream, Sammy can actually call me. Now, if anybody else calls me, I'm not going to pick up the phone, all right? But if Sammy calls me, I need to find out if something's going wrong, all right? So I have talked to quite a few of you on the phone this week. Sammy's under the weather. Joey was under the weather. He had strep throat, and I think he got some antibiotics from the doctor. Who else? I talked to Jim. Today is March 1st. Hey, happy March. What's the saying for March? Something about the eyes of March or something. I don't remember all these sayings, all right? So we're in March. I talked to Jim. Jim is in his first day in the new apartment. So he's got the old apartment for about 2 weeks, and he's got to move everything out of the old apartment into the new apartment within 2 weeks. So you all want to go help him? Okay, can we all just jump in the car, run over to Virginia, and we'll help Jim? He probably would freak him out because he's, no, I'm not ready. Everybody get out of my house. Get out of my house. So I know how that goes. I've talked to, who else? I've talked to Kyle this week. Kyle is doing really, really great. He was trying to get a motorcycle, but I wasn't too happy with that because I've lost 2 people. One that was like a son to me, and he bought a motorcycle, and he died on the first day, okay? So I have like this pre-thing against motorcycles, but I didn't want to rain on Kyle's parade. But it looks like God's taking care of it. Maybe Kyle will get either a UVC, which is fun. I'd rather have that, honestly, unless you have to have a license. I can jump in my UVC. It's like a glorified golf cart. You plug it in, it's electric, and you go, and they have some that are imitation of cars, like old-time cars or something, and they've got like a hood, so if it rains or something, not a hood, a canopy. So that would be cool, and also just a car. All right, so God will lead Kyle. I want to keep Kyle safe. All of you, I want to keep you safe. I don't like it when you guys are actually in harm's way. It bothers me right here. A shot through the heart, and you're to blame. You give love a bad name. All right, now. Oh, by the way, if you want to join my Patreon, the link, I hope to God that I did it right, is down in the description. Okay, so I've lowered the price to $1, and we've actually tripled the amount of people we have in the Patreon. People want to see, what do you do during the day? So this week, what did I do? I made a video. I just carry this around, and I keep like an impromptu tripod that I keep over there in the corner. And sometimes I just turn this on, turn around, and go, hey, Jim. Hey, Sammy. Hey, Randy. I don't know who all is over there. So, and then I just record. I slap it into Final Cut Pro. And if I said anything stupid, I'll try to say it over again. Okay. So let's say today is February 30th. It's the last day of the month. And then we roll over to March 1st. But we know that's not true. So I would have to just be quiet for a few seconds so that there's a little dead spot so I could find it. And then I'd have to go, oh, today is March 1st. We rolled over from February because this was a leap year, happy leap year yesterday. And I would be recording, and then I would just take the card out and I record in 24p. And I haven't done it yet, but if I need to, I'll go into and record 60p. Now, why would I do that if I'm recording 24p? Because if I'm recording 24p and I want to do some slow motion, so let's say I did do it. I made a smoothie earlier this week because Kyle asked me, Peter, what kind of a smoothie, this or that. So anyway, it prompted me to make a smoothie. Now, when I poured the smoothie from the Vitamix blender, you can use any blender you want. Okay, when I poured the smoothie into the glass, I went into the menu. I stopped the recording. I went into the menu. I switched it. I put it in the quick spot, and I switched it to 60p. Now, why didn't I go to 120? Because this thing's got 120. 120 is supposed to be super duper love you type of a thing. Okay, well, 60p. If you put it on a 24p timeline, okay, so I don't know if I'm getting too complicated for some of you guys, but here's the rules. If you shoot in 24p, that's 24 frames per second, all right, and you put it on a 24 frames per second timeline, and you do your editing, and you're all happy, and you do all that kind of stuff, but then if you shoot and you switch the camera to 60p, and you record something that you want to slow down, all right, you could still talk. So I've learned a little bit on how to talk knowing I'm going to slow it down. So no, you don't slow your voice down. What you actually do is you record it normally, but with your camera, you record it in a way where you know it's going to get slowed down, and then you take that little clip and you move it onto your 24p timeline. So yeah, it sounds like I'm breaking the rules here, but you're learning something special, okay? And that is, if you recorded 60p, you could talk, put it on your 24p timeline, and then slow it down, not by 40%, slow it down by 60%, but you're going to slow it down to 40%. Okay, so you've actually slowed it down 60%. You can detach the audio so the audio will stay normal, just like I'm talking to you right now. This is a wonderful, phantasmic tool. So you record in 24p. You know, I'm going to pee, I'm going to go to the bathroom, but that's not true because I'm not going to record something like that. But I'm going to make a shake, or I'm going to make, I made some nachos this week. I recorded it all on the E1. So this is E. I call him E, like short for Ethan, okay? So I record it on E, and then when I want to slow something, like let's say I want to cut it. So I got my little pizza cutter, and I'm going to cut it. So what I do is I'll flip this back around so I can see what I'm doing. And I've got an 11 millimeter Sony lens on here. What is this? f1.8. So this is from Randy. So the camera that you're looking at right now is a Randy cam, okay? That's his Nikon ZF camera. Because of Randy, I had one of these cameras in before most people. Because Randy, God blessed him, and he found it at a local camera store, and the guy was like, yeah, I'll sell it to you. He sold it to him. So Randy sent his camera. He's going to come and get it eventually, maybe in March. So I'll have another guest here. Randy's going to come and see me. All right. So in the meantime, I'm shooting my nachos, and I'm cutting with the pizza cutter with the perforation blade, which Kyle is the one that turned me on to the perforation blade, which was you know those graham crackers where you put them out of a package and you can crack them and they're pre-scored so that you can cut them and they cut perfectly. They make that for arts and crafts. And it's stainless steel. So I washed it in alcohol, cleaned it, and I perforated my flatbread, which is like only got 6 carbs, which means Peter can eat that, okay, for a whole sheet of what I got. Well, it's actually half a sheet. Let's put it that way. All right. So I could record the cutting of it in 60p. I could still talk. Okay. Now I'll take that clip. I'll take the card out of here. Okay. Out comes the card. I'll take the card. I'll put it in my computer, which is what did Lewis said that the Mr. Camera Junkie said that the Studio 32 was just fine. So that's what I got. All right. So I got an M2 Studio. This was last year. Before my credit cards got, okay, before we cut their you-know-what's off. All right. So you put that in your timeline. You detach the audio. Now the audio separates. Boom! It just separates and gives you the audio underneath. Still in perfect sync. Now you click on the video and you say, slow it down to 40%. And then you trim that up. And then I talk normal, then, you know, all the stupid things I do. But then when I do the perforation of the bread or I pour the milk or something, it'll be in beautiful, creamy slow motion. So if you look at the Christmas Day video, where am I? Over here. If you look at the Christmas Day video, let's see, what day was Christmas Day? Was it in December? Yes. Was it December 20th? No. Was it December 24th? No. Well, last year, Christmas Day happened to fall on December 25th, okay? So if you look at the big channel, Peter Gregg, not Peter Gregg Live, all right? I have 8 hours of me singing and put in together with some instrumentals, all right? And some of that is done in 60p on a 24p timeline, slowed down to 40%, not slowed down by 40%. That's a key right there, all right? That's key. So it's slowed down to 40%, not by 40%, okay? So if I was going to use the word by, I slowed it down 60%, all right? So, but anyway, you pick 40% and you're one and done. And the slow motion is gorgeous, absolutely stunning, all right? So I started all that to say, this is the guy that I keep with me. I keep it by my bed. I keep it in the kitchen. I keep it on the counter. I keep it right here on my desk. And if I get a package or something from Amazon, I might be expecting one tomorrow from somebody. And you know what? Going to grab this, going to flip it around, and I'm going to do something. Hey, Patreon family. I got something in from Amazon or Walmart or wherever I got it in from. Let's go to the front door and get it, and let's open it up and see what it is. And then I'll talk about it and stuff like that. I'll take that video and I will slap it up on my Patreon account. Now, Patreon is a separate company, patreon.com. I believe the link is in the description down below. You know where your underwear goes? Is down there, okay? So it'll be Patreon, and they do the least amount that I can charge for the cost of entry is $1, but you could pick any amount. So I've got some people at $3, some people at $25. I've got 2 people at $50, and that is kind of like Patreon is like supporting the art. So it's kind of like, well, you want to support me? It'll cost you $1 minimum. And in turn, what do I give you in turn? So it's not like you just give me $1 and I go running down and buy myself a new Rolls Royce with the $1. I want to give something in return. So what I do is the people that support me in that fashion, I call it almost daily vlogs. And the reason I call it almost daily vlogs is because I don't do a vlog mostly on Saturday and Sunday, but that doesn't mean that I won't do that. Or if let's say I wake up and I just don't feel good on Wednesday, and I stay in bed till 3, 4 o'clock. Well, there's not going to be a Patreon video. So I call it Almost Daily Vlogs. ADV, 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 la 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 la. All right? That's me singing, in case you couldn't tell. I wasn't in pain. So this is the camera that I'm walking around with, and I kind of want to know, do you keep a camera near you? Now, I know some of you guys have a lot of cameras, so you can just go grab a camera, all right? But not everybody's in that position. They've chosen their camera of choice, and I want to know, if you've got more than one camera, what camera is the easiest thing to keep with you? So this camera is quite small, which makes it very, very sweet, because small and light goes together. So this particular one is in my hands and in my ownership because it's very small. It's actually smaller than every camera in here except the E10, all right? And it's full frame. And it's full frame 24p, it's full frame 30p, and it's full frame 60p. No crop at 60p, all right? And it's half the size of, let's say, something that could do something similar like a Canon R6 Mark II. That can do full-size 60p. See, what happens when you go to 60p, like on this Panasonic S5 Mark II, see the thing in the corner right up there? That tells you what camera we're on. If I put that camera in 60p, it crops it in half. Well, not quite half, to 1.5. This one doesn't. So that's one of the advantages. Another advantage of this, and why I keep this near to my body, all right, is the image stabilization on here is basically a gimbal killer. So what other camera can I say the image stabilization is a gimbal killer? Do you know what a gimbal is? A gimbal is you put it on this thing, like Steadicam for the movies. They put it on this stick and they walk around, you know, and when Steadicam came out, it freed the movie industry to be able to put the camera on a Steadicam stick, and wherever they moved the camera would go around and it would stay steady as if it was on a tripod. All right. Now, that has rolled forward in real life, and they're called gimbals, and you and I can buy one, you know, and they're anywhere from $80 to $300, $400. Well, they go higher than that, but I mean the stuff that we would buy. This, the image stabilization, is one of the few where I actually don't need a gimbal to have a steady as a movie shot. Is there any other camera that will do that? Well, yes, but let's find out what the penalty is, okay? So you get full frame on this one with your Steadicam, all right, your IBIS, in body image stabilization, IBIS. That's the word I'm saying, IBIS. So we could do that on here, and you can get rid of the gimbal. Now, is it good for every single thing? Probably not. I mean, what is the saying? Never say never, okay? But everything that I've done is steady as 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. The lamb can shake its tail and the body stays as steady as it can be, okay? I don't know if that's true. I just made up an analogy. I'm live. What do you want from me, all right? So what other camera will do that? All right, your GoPro and the competitor, what is the one that Sly has? Oh, dang. Well, the Insta360, they are even as steady as this, if not more, okay? However, it's a very small sensor. It's not even APS-C. It's not even Micro Four Thirds. It might be 1 inch, but it might even be smaller on some of those cameras, okay? So they're working on making the sensors bigger. You're doing that with a full frame right here. So this is like winner, winner, chicken dinner. You want that, you know? One of the things that Sly taught me is that to keep a camera with you all the time, the important thing is that the camera is a part of you. You can put it in your jacket. I'm hiding it under here. See? It just disappears. That's how small this guy is. Now that is important. So you've got the GoPro and family, the sports cameras as they call them. You know what else? How about the opposite end? How about something crazy expensive? So this is $2,200. All right. So everything that's in this camera and then some, like dual card slots, and the dual card slots are dual, so they'll take the CF Express cards and the SD cards in both card slots. So this one gives you one card slot, okay? But it makes do. The camera's so small, I can, if I had my jacket, okay, not my pants, okay? Well, is that a camera in your pocket? Or are you really happy to see me? Peter, behave. All right. So we've got that going on, and the camera is small enough to be a carry with you anywhere camera. So the Sony G, it's not a G, it's an A. It's alphabet soup, you know. It's the A9 Mark III. That camera and this camera are the only cameras at any price on this planet. I don't care if you've got $1 million, okay? Those are the only two cameras where you can get all the features that's in here. You can get it in the A9 III, the A93. I like to shorten these names. They deserve it. They come up with names and I can't remember them, seriously. And it's not because of my age. I mean, I'm 19. No, I lied. I'm 29. No, I lied again. I'm 39. I should stop there, right? Okay. So, I'm laughing at my own jokes. That's pretty pathetic. All right. So anyway, the A9 Mark III. All right. And then you have another contender that just arrived. And that's the camera I'm going to try to get from B&H. They might say no. They might say yes. So if you want to help me, B&H has started to take measurements as to how many people will come from my channel to their website. So you can go to the description down below and find, it doesn't matter which one it is. There's no purchase required. Just find a B&H link, okay? Click on it, go look around, and then go your merry way, okay? They'll register that as if you actually visited from here to B&H. And then when I go to ask them for the G9 Mark II, which is the third camera now, that is equal to, some people have said better than. So until I get the camera, I'm not going to tell you what I think because I'm hearing conflicting stories. If it's as good as this, okay, so my Panasonic, which will come up in 20 seconds, okay, is not quite as good as this. It's close, I have to admit. Very, very close, okay? Now, this Nikon ZF has an amazingly good image stabilization. Not as good as this camera, but better than most of the other cameras that you can buy. All right, now that's a full-size, full-frame camera. This is a half-size, full-frame camera. And the lenses are tiny. Vita Vita Vegemin, like Lucy said, tastes good too, okay? So these things become important. So now I've been asking you questions. I wonder, are you answering me? What camera do you grab to take with you? All right? And I'm talking about daily. McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, the restaurant, your kid's house, that kind of thing. I don't mean grab a camera and shoot a movie that's going to wind up in the theaters. None of us here are doing that. None of us are shooting except for... somebody help me with the name. Bob Asbury. That was my fault, Bob. I love you. I know who you are. I could see your picture, but I couldn't think of the name. Okay. But I got it eventually, so you could give me a pass. Don't put me in jail. Give me the $200, okay? All right. So the G9 Mark II is, some people have said it's better than anything else on the market, second to none. Okay. I need to find that out. All right. I'm going to ask B&H, can you please, pretty please, send me, hey, B&H, send me a G9 Mark II, okay? Now, the good thing is I got lots of lenses for that, all right? So let's go over to you, boys and girls, and see what you've got to say tonight. And let's start by saying hi. Hi there, Scotty. Scotty's in Michigan. I'm nice and warm here in Miami. Scotty is nice and warm in Michigan. Well, he's not that warm. He's got a warm heart, okay? So thank God it's Friday, friends and family. I need to take a little sip of tea. I can kind of feel when my throat's getting dry. All right, so Scotty or somebody that knows what the heck they're doing, go and look on Rumble and see if Peter Gregg vlogs. Yeah, I think it's Peter Gregg vlogs. Or just look up Peter Gregg on Rumble and tell me if I am successfully streaming on Rumble at the same time as what I'm doing here. Okay? Now, don't everybody go and leave and go to Rumble. Stay here, all right? I just have a curiosity. I'll find out later. Let's see if I unbutton my shirt. Yeah, but you can see my underwear now. That ain't so good. So we'll button that back up. So that would be the design. The tailor did not do a good job on this shirt. All the other shirts are all over there. I can put any one of them on, and I am comfortable as could be. On this one, I just feel really tight down around my lower belly. Upper, never mind, but lower belly. All right, so Scotty's saying hi. Sammy, I spoke with Sammy. Did I talk to you today? I haven't talked to Sammy today. Sammy was under the weather. I had to pray for him. He got sick and he had to go home from college and go home because he got quite ill. I don't like that when that happens. So I prayed with him on the phone. So Sammy is saying nice wide shot tonight. Jim is here. I talked to Jim. This is his first day in his new place. So we all have to say a blessing for Jim. Happy Friday, Peter and gang. So all of you guys that are the praying kind of guy, I'm talking to you. Just say that Jim is I pray to Jesus, okay? Just so you know. Pray to who you pray to and pray for Jim to have blessings, peace, safety, and health in his brand new, and I think it's 3 stories, but the bottom story is like the entrance and the garage, and then 2 stories above it. I would never survive there. 3 freaking stories? Well, yeah, if it's got an elevator. If it's got an elevator, I'm fine. Okay? I don't think it's got an elevator. So, hi, Jim. How you doing? Here's Woody. Did I answer your question, Woody? I did get your question on did I receive your picture, and that would have been last week when I would have showed it, or I ran out of time, one or the other. So, hi, Woody. Love you. He's up in that area, too. The same area where Jim is in. And here's Joey. Joey. No. Joey. No, Joey. Hello, Peter. Hi, Joey. I think Joey tried to sign up on my Patreon. It didn't go through, but the guy tried. So I got to give him props for that. So he doesn't get to see the videos that I put up almost every day. Remember, it's called Almost Every Day, but he did go to join. So I feel comfortable at $1 to ask. If it was like big bucks, in my heart, I feel uncomfortable. It's because it's like you don't want to be a beggar, okay? But for $1, you get to see what I do all week. So go join. What are you waiting for? If the link isn't down below, you need to blame me. Put the blame where the blame belongs. All right, so I should have it down there. So how you doing, Joey? Joey is the one that had strep throat. We actually prayed for Joey, a couple of us together, including Sammy. Sammy called me and said, please pray for Joey. So Woody said, D500 for me. Well, we got rumors of a Nikon Z6 Mark III, and that might be your camera. You listen to me, Woody? That might be the camera that Nikon has custom tailored just for you. We'll see, okay? I hope so. So he shoots with the D500. That's what he grabs and runs out the door with. And that's bigger than this, okay? But we're not, this is not a pissing contest for size. This is a question, what camera are you running out the door with? what do you keep with you? And that just kind of hit me in the head today because I didn't realize I was keeping this bad boy with me all the time. And I'm going, that would be a great question to ask on Friday night. All right. So I did start something new. I know I'm jumping all over the place here. I did start something new. It's not something new, but you know what I call the big channel, Peter Gregg, okay, where I put up regular videos. I am trying something very new that I don't know of very many people doing this. I don't personally know of anyone doing it, but I can't be the only person doing this. I'm sure you guys know someone that's doing this. So what I'm doing is Sunday in the evening, I haven't settled on a time, 5, 6, 7, 8, somewhere in that. So day after tomorrow, okay, Sunday night on the big channel, instead of doing my once a week or twice or 3 times a week video, I'm doing a once a week live stream on the big channel. However, I'm not doing this, hi Joey, hi Woody, hi Scotty. I'm not doing that. I'm staying, and I'm getting halfway decent with it, okay? Which is my problem, is to stay on track. I'm staying on track, so there'll be a topic like a lens or a camera, okay? And then I only talk about cameras, and I don't pop very many of these comments there either. It's not a live show. It's like, you know what was it? Search two mints in one, two mints in one. All right, so I'm doing 2 shows in one. It's a show like I would actually put out the door if it was pre-recorded, except it's not pre-recorded. So if I screw up, it's baked in, all right? I'm trying not to screw up, but I can correct it. So unless I don't catch it. So on there, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. If you go over there on Sunday night, I'm not saying hello to everybody. I'll say something like Woody says the D500. I'll just read it the same way that you're reading it, okay? So the key is I don't want to lose viewers. And if I start into, hi, Joey, hi, Sammy, hi, Jim, hi, Scotty, all of that, these people don't know who that is. They're going like, what the hell is he talking about? I came here on the big channel to hear about cameras. Either talk about cameras, either SHIT or get off the pot. Okay, so I am staying on target, picking out a topic, doing it live. Actually, am able to read the comments. Like, let's see, let me read one here. All right, so this is a comment that wouldn't make it. It's fine for here because we're family. Okay, so Scotty says, Scotty's the one that brings the food, okay? So he says, tonight we have rice cakes for Peter, and the rest of us fatties get wet burritos, corn chips, and Cokes. Bon appetit. Peter doesn't want the damn rice cakes. Make me something I can eat, big boy. You know how to cook a little bit, so let's get with it. You know what I like? You know what I'm able to eat lately? Just between you and me and a dog named Boo, okay? Wendy's has, what's that cheese? Aspago or something like that. A grilled chicken with bacon, lettuce, tomato, the asago. Dang, I can't think of it. And I don't eat the bun. And I asked them, and they wouldn't do it, but online it says that they will, okay? But they wouldn't do it. And that is to replace the bun with 2 sheets of lettuce. So I could grab it like a sandwich, okay? I'd eat with a knife and fork. It's not a big deal. Low sugar. Chicken, no sugar. The dressing, little to no sugar. The cheese, no sugar. Tomatoes, super low sugar. Super, super low. Lettuce, super, super low. Bacon, no sugar. So I can eat something. If you and I go to Wendy's, I'm going to have the asago or whatever it's called. I'll get it by the time the night's over. Asiago. I think it's Asiago. Okay? And I still might be mistaken. I'll get the Asiago grilled chicken and not the combo because I don't want the frosty because I'll drink it. I don't want the fries because I'll eat them. Okay? So that, you see, you You know what the secret is? If you're on keto or low carbs or something where you're trying to get your body into alignment, your blood work. It's not just to lose weight. This is not about losing weight. It's about getting your blood work so your ticker works good, okay, into line. Because my blood work was way off the scale in every direction but loose, all right? So you go, like I'm going to Chick-fil-A. So I'll Google what is keto at Chick-fil-A. And there's people on Google. And there's people that actually you will have written articles, okay? Well, I use DuckDuckGo because I don't like, if I look up socks, I'll see socks commercial for the next 2 weeks everywhere I go online. Thank you, Google, okay? God forbid I look for underwear. I'll be seeing underwear commercials for the next 2 weeks or anything even worse than that. No, I don't do things worse than that. But anyway, you can Google it. That's the term that's become second nature now. What can I eat that's keto at Chili's? What can I eat that's keto at Chipotle? What can I eat that's keto at Burger King, McDonald's? Thank God it's Friday. Or whatever you got. You got In-N-Out Burger on the West Coast over there. And you've got Whataburger. Okay? So you just Google that. And there's people that have searched it out for you. And they'll tell you this is what you eat. And it's low sugar. Now, that doesn't mean it's clean keto. There's something called clean keto or dirty keto. Okay? All right. So where did I leave off? Woody, he takes a D500 with him. Scotty said what the menu is. So Woody is Hogan's Heroes is on, so Peter must be late. You must have been a teacher. He's always correcting me. You did this, you did that. Hogan, you're late. You're late again, Peter. Okay? Roll with it, Woody. We're family here. Okay? So it's okay. You relax. Take a chill. Here. This tea is for you, Woody. Let me put a little rum in there so you could just lean back. Oh, Peter's 1 minute late. I'm just fine with that. No problem. I have an aunt like that. So... So Scotty says, I see nothing. I see nothing. I know nothing. I'm skipping to Green Acres. Green Acres is the place for me. Farm living is the blah, 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 blah. Okay, so anyway, here's Mookie Mac. Mookie Mac, I love you. Thank you for being here. So Peter is live. Here I'm live. And I spoke with Kyle today, or is it yesterday? I speak to him so often. Tuck the shirt in or put weights on the bottom of it. Yeah, I'll have to get some weights and drag it down. It's a weird shirt. None of the other shirts do that. That's what you get for buying these low-price foreign shirts. So Scott says, to kick off the summer, Peter, maybe you could do a marathon stream on Memorial Day weekend. It's so easy to request stuff like that, and then all you got to do is sit back and watch, and then I've got a live stream marathon all day. No, I'm going to kick back. I'm going to relax, and I'll watch somebody else that wants to do the marathon. Actually, with the politics going on today, it's just unbelievable, okay? I don't want to hear anything else about politics. I know who I'm going to vote for. I'm not changing my mind. You can stop all your lawfare and all your attacks. Oh, you're not allowed to be on this ballot, or you're too old. You're going to drop dead, or you're whatever. They pick out something and you shouldn't. Just shut up. I already chose who I'm going to vote for. It's one and done, you know. And what they're going to try to do is shock people to get you not to vote for all the people that are settled in. So let's say I like Trump, or let's say I like Biden, or let's say I like Grover Cleveland, okay? They're going to try, well, he slept with 32 girls, and that was just last night. You shouldn't vote for him, Peter. And then the news media will all of a sudden get a conscience. Like they've been Mr. and Mrs. Angels. Oh, we could never vote for anyone that did that. We're perfect angels. You know, the news media, you're the devil. The news media is the devil. And you know who else is the devil? These companies that try to censor. They won't let me talk. Okay? So, I've had 2 videos removed already by YT. Okay? And the only hint they tell you is that you broke the terms of service. They don't tell you what you did. They don't tell you where that you did it. But they so far, it's 2 out of 2 for me, something 6 months ago. So I can't go back and look 6 months ago. You think I got the video from 6 months ago? Seriously? Okay. But they'll only tell me I broke the terms of service. Bad boy. Bad boy. Okay. And we took your video down. All right. So, something is giving me an error, and I'm not quite sure. So if we're not live anymore, Sammy, you need to call me, okay? But if we are live, then we're doing good. It might have been pertaining to Rumble. I'm not sure, okay? So they're not that solid, which is not a good thing. But it looks like I'm still live. I've got, how many thumbs up do I have? 4 thumbs up. There's more than 4 in here. Come on, dudes. Give me a thumbs up. All that is a pat on the back when it's live. They're not going to push it, so it doesn't do anything other than for me right now. Okay, so Jeff is here from Australia. Good day, Peter. And all from Brisbane, Peter. Today is our 2nd day of fall. Oh, so, no, it can't be fall. Oh, yeah, you're on a different calendar. So when does spring start over here? That's what we're working on, okay? And then after spring is what? So today is their 2nd day of fall. How's everybody together? Good to be back before heading off again, traveling up to Queensland, North Coast. You travel. You're always saying, I'm here, hello, and I'm going somewhere. I want to live with you. You're fun. He's always going someplace. Okay? So Scotty says, in like a lion, out like a lamb. That's got to be pertaining to what? No, it's the eyes of March. Beware of something. I think it's the eyes of March. And I'm not quite sure what the saying is, but that is also true, Scotty. So we got 2. And here's Mr. Camera Junkie, and his name is Lewis, and he's right over there. I can almost see him over there. And you know who's over there with him? Aiden. Hi, Aiden. How you doing, Aiden? Are you doing anything? I love you. You love me. We're a great big family with great big hug. And I forgot the rest of the words. Kiss on the cheek. Oh, I forgot it. But anyway. So that's Mr. Camera Junkie. Aiden is his son, in case you're wondering. What are you doing, Peter? Gee, Peter, I'm not the only one that has weird days where I sleep late into the day. Oh, yeah, I don't get up till 9, 10, 11. However, I have a new kitty cat, and he wakes me up every morning 8 a.m. So this guy has me trained to his schedule. That means you got to take your kitty cat out to go pee-pee. Am I allowed to say that, YouTube? That the kitty cat or the puppy dog has to go pee-pee? That's what we used to say when I was a kid. So Sammy is here. Hi, Sammy. I love you. I hope you're feeling better and really good. You look good. Sammy, you look marvelous. And the kitty says hi, and the FX30 says hi. Sammy is just about married his FX30. And I would think that that's the camera that goes around everywhere that Sammy goes. Wherever Sammy had a little camera, little camera, little camera. Sammy had an FX30. Wherever he went, it was sure to go. Full frame is nice, but I love APS-C since I have more range with the zoom. Yeah. And Micro Four Thirds is even stronger. So you have a lot of good stuff. So he says he was able to put the FX30 in his jacket. See, very nice. Jeff in Australia says, I own the GoPro 7. There's a GoPro owner right there. right there on your screen. That's Jeff. And the two Canon bodies, the Canon 5D Mark IV, the Canon R6, I love them both. So you're giving me a list of what you own. It's not what I asked. And that's okay. I love knowing what you got. Wait, where's my pen? Let's see. Here it is. So Jeff, what's your address, Jeff? He's got a GoPro 7, two Canon bodies, a 5D Mark IV, a Canon R6. And his address is 1234 Main Street, New Zealand. When are you going out for dinner, Jeff? Okay, that's all me to Jeff, so we'll look at the camera equipment. Okay, that's why I stopped listing them, because I'm sorry to say this, but there's some bad people out there. There really is. You know, we aren't the bad people. We should just be happy. So when we're in heaven and I'm doing live streams, you could tell me everything you got. Nobody's going to bother your stuff. And if somebody does, an angel's going to come with a sword and go, and you won't do that again. Sammy says if you had a birthday on leap year, you would only be 19 years old now. That'd be funny. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear leap year baby. You look a lot older than your age. So Sammy would take the FX30. When he runs out of the house, he takes the FX30. I'm shooting the films. Did you forget? I know you're shooting the films, but I want to know what goes out. Hey, there's my buddy Roy. Roy is awesome. I'm going to call him Awesome Roy. Okay, so here, Awesome Roy is with us tonight, and he's saying hello, good day. And poor Jim, no, not poor Jim, because all those stairs with no elevator, he says, and my everyday camera is my phone, iPhone 15 Pro Max. That's a good thing to be shooting on, honest to God. Okay, I lost track of my time. Oh my God. It's a lot farther. It feels like I've been talking for 15 minutes, and it's over here in the East Coast, it's 10:52. Not bad. Don't forget, we're going to meet over at Sly's after I'm done, okay? So that is pretty cool. So Jim's got no elevator in his 3-story, plus the roof is 4 stories if he ever has to go up on the roof. Up on the rooftop, that blue shirt and the burgundy one really looks good on you. Yeah, the colors are kind of, the sensors do good with them. You know, sometimes it's the sensor. Okay, let me stand up. Pull the shirt down. I think Kyle is right. I'm going to put a dang weight down there. Okay. Yeah, those are my 2 favorite shirts. I wish this one was cut like the burgundy. The burgundy, if I could wear one shirt every day, all the time, it would be the burgundy shirt. It's pretty cool when you guys know which shirts I have. All right, what am I supposed to think? Do you know which underwear I have on today? Hello, hello, hello. I'm talking about underwear, okay? This is going to sound very political, but it's not. But it is, okay? I bought a new package of underwear 2 weeks ago, or whatever it was. I wear underwear out. I call them holy underwear, okay? So they can get holes everywhere except in one spot. When it gets a hole in that one spot, I got to change them because I ain't going to get hurt, all right? So anyway, I bought a new package of underwear. Now, the interesting thing here is in this room, we have quite an age difference, all right? We have from very, very young. I used to go down to 9 years old people that were in here. And then we had another young man out in California that was 13, 14. I think he's probably now 15, 16. Okay. And we have some 19-year-olds. We have 21-year-old. We have a couple of 22s and 23s. We got a few 30s. But then the group that I want to speak to is the ones that are 60s, 50s, 60s, and 70 years old. And the reason for that is you have a little bit different view of the world than someone that's 19. So someone that's 19 years old, they wouldn't have anything where it rubs them the wrong way about a country that we were in a war with and actually lost that war. And my underwear had a nice big fat tag on it from Hanes. Hanes! That's like the main underwear company and Fruit of the Loom, made in Vietnam. Bye. I'm not wearing those. So I bought another package of underwear. And yeah, we got a problem with every country, okay? But I've lost 3 people. 3 of my friends from high school are dead. They never went through their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. They're not with me anymore, okay? So yes, that is an irk, okay? I can make a stronger word. And I don't want to wear underwear that's made from that country. I don't want anything that's made from that country. I have nothing against the people. They can go their way and I'll go my way. But in this country, when I buy something, it's not to be made from that country in my purchase authority or circle. Influence. My influence of purchase, okay? Now, that's a personal feeling. If you were in World War II, you might have a very different feeling, okay? And it is personal. So the thing is, it just shocked me. So anyway, Scotty says, Peter, you are dyed-in-the-wool liberal. Oh, I am so liberal, baby. I am a liberal baby, all the way through and through. Vote Pedro's. Some people will get it. Yeah, right. I'm not going to get this video taken down. You're not going to make me do it, Scotty, so behave. Cheap synthetic shirts are coated in toxic chemicals that are absorbed through the skin. I have a cheap synthetic shirt, and Roy is trying to condemn me to death. Roy, I'm looking at you. Roy. I'm covered with the blood of fill in the blank. Okay? So here we go. Ah, look who's here, wearing your best color, Peter. That is Carlos, a very dear friend. I haven't spoken to Carlos maybe in 2 weeks now. I'm going to have to call him and irritate him. Because when I get on the phone, Carlos is trying his best not to say, I have to go. Get off the damn phone, Peter. You're taking up all my time. And I know I talk a lot. Can't you tell? I'm here with you on Friday night. And I just started the show, and it's already an hour, and it feels like it's 15 minutes. So, I mean, give me a topic. I could probably talk about it for a long time. So, the Daily Man is Carlos. Okay. And I like that avatar, but it's kind of like a logo. Daily Man. The Daily Man. So, the T is in the middle. The Daily Man. Okay. You see what he did? I'm talking about the black thing over here. See the black thing down here? That's called an avatar. A-V-A-tar. Okay? So, good avatar for Carlos. You really put some thought into that one, didn't you, buddy? Scotty says, Rumble stream looks and sounds very good. Oh, it's actually up? Okay. You get a Rumble thumbs up? No, I don't get any of the comments from Rumble. I don't get thumbs up or that anybody commented. So they're kind of along for the ride. And that, I'm sorry to say that, but that's the way it is. But the good news is I did talk to somebody that doesn't work for Rumble, but they're in the know. And they said that this year Rumble moved, well, I can't say this year because we're in 2024, so last year. All right. Rumble moved from Canada to Florida. I was going to say Fort Lauderdale, but it's Florida. All right. And they are going to actually do everything in their power to mimic YouTube completely. Okay. So actually migrating to Rumble at the same time as YouTube is going to make it so YouTube doesn't have as much power over people, which is great because one person having that much power over the communications of an entire country, there should be laws about that. When you are like the communication central, I think you get to be more like a broadcast station like the FCC. But that's my opinion, and I'm not in charge. So if you don't agree with me, don't worry about it. I don't own any of these things. But and there's a third one. Who is it that said that they are now broadcasting on YouTube, Rumble, and something else? And that is to make it so that if YouTube really goes off the deep end, let's say closer to the election, and they don't want you talking anything positive about your candidate, they start to censor. Banks are starting to do that now. So if I gave money to Biden, they could just take my bank account and freeze it, or use some kind of a law so that they can censor me, that I can't give money to Biden or his cronies. I'm not sure if he has enough money to pay for his funeral, so I keep sending him money so that he'll have a halfway decent coffin. I really don't want him to get buried in a cardboard box. Oh, I don't wish anything ill on anybody, okay? So that's in the joking comedy area, YouTube. Hey, YouTube, you a-hole. That's in the comedy area, okay? But Biden actually looks like my priest before he passed away. And I'm not saying anything derogatory or funny, because I was there to help take care of my priest because his wife was elderly too. But he started like Tim Conway walk. Very, very slow and very small steps. And I see that he's doing that. Now, I don't care for the man. I don't care for anything he says, thinks, or does. However, he has a team, and they should protect him better than they're doing. Seriously, he's the president of the United States. Protect the guy. Keep him off the air, all right? Make him stop talking off the cuff and sit him down. This walking off the stage in all directions is ridiculous. All you could do is laugh at it. I don't want people laughing at my president. I mean, there's a show on YouTube from Spain, and all they do is make fun of Biden. Well, Biden deserves it, and it makes me happy to see it. However, it's the president of the United States, and I don't like it, okay? I'm just going to call a spade, all right? So the team that is handling him needs to do a much better job. They get an F, a big fat F, okay? Now, that's fine, because hopefully we'll have somebody different there come November. I know how I'm voting. Okay, so Scotty says, slice paste for dessert? Well, you better show up and bring the dessert. Roy says, just buy 6 of the burgundy shirts. You know, if I bought them from Amazon, I can actually go back as long as I've had the Amazon account and find things that I bought. And so maybe I will go and look up those burgundy shirts again. And it'd be nice if they came a different color. Okay, so then I can get that. Get a couple of different colors. So Scotty's going to expose me here now. My buddies. They just love, they got my back, so to speak. I can see you wearing a white undershirt. As for your skivvies, I couldn't guess. Good. And I don't want to know. Even better. But I'm guessing leopard skin. Rawr, I'm a tiger down there. A lion. Lions and tigers and bears. Oh, my. So we're not getting into underwear, okay? You know, you try to send me off in different directions to keep the show interesting, Scotty. But I know what you're doing. Scotty's sitting right there. So when he gets out of hand, all I have to do is reach out and go smack him one, all right? No, there's nobody. I'm talking to myself, okay? So we got Lanny in here. Lanny, Sony A6700 for me. You know, that's a very nice camera. It's similar to this. I was almost going to go to the 6700, but they didn't put the crazy good image stabilization in the 6700. What the hell were they thinking? That's their #1 calling card. Even if it only has 1 card slot, and I think it's got 2, okay? I mean, they've done everything, and they didn't put the dynamic active image stabilization. That is one of the things that makes the camera super unique, is the size, full frame, no crop, all the way up to 60p and even 120p, which it has 120p, okay, is a 1.1 crop, a 10% crop, okay, and the dynamic image stabilization. I almost couldn't think of the word. I did not freeze. I couldn't think. Dynamic image stabilization. No, my name is not Joe. Kyle, stop laughing at me. So, Lanny, 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 he took my money and he run to Jamaica. Thank you for coming in, saying hi, and participating and telling me what camera you keep with you. America politicians are hilarious. I like the way you spelled all that. Scotty says, I gave you a Rumble thumbs up, so hopefully you will see it. Nope, it's still at 6. Hey, guys, how come I only have 6 thumbs up? You want to give me a pat on the back? All right, don't give me a thumbs up, but go down below, okay, and click on a B&H link and go there and then come back, okay? They'll register it. Or click on an ADORAMA link and go there and then come back. They'll register it there, but they don't send me equipment, okay? But they give me 3 times the amount of commission on ADORAMA that they do on B&H. B&H is like cheapy weepy, really cheap guys, okay? But they will allow me, as long as I keep up, you know, the number of people and the views that I get from here to there, they'll allow me to have some equipment here free of charge, which is great. Okay, so where did I left off with Lanny. It's one of those. Okay, you'll straighten me out. Is Mabel sleeping, or did she go off to be with Jesus and didn't have no funeral? So she's still over there. She's actually snoring, and I mean she's loud as a bug in a rug, a bed bug. Well, they bite. Well, she bites too. So I did get an idea just from a few of you. So somebody said that they take the iPhone with them, the FX30, the A6700. None of you guys, you seriously don't carry a camera around? You call yourself a photographer? Ooh, that's a low blow, Peter. Don't you think you should be taking some more pictures? I think you should. I really thinks you should be taking more pictures. Children, grandchildren, friends, best friends, grandchildren and children. These things are memories that last forever. So we have reached 11:07. So we've gone over. It's an hour show. Okay. So if I get something tomorrow for you guys that are in my Patreon, I'll probably record whatever it is I got coming in, tell you the story. You'll get to see the video. It'll be done with this camera, 99.9%. If I get the G9 Mark II, I will probably try to use that for a week or two as long as they let me have it, so I can compare and see what's the flow. Because if you're going to do something with a camera on a consistent basis, it needs to be really easy to use, honestly. Okay? So ease of use is a very important thing. So I turn this on, okay, and I flip this around, and now you can see that that's a live screen. So when I turn this around, okay, I wish I could turn this on to be live, but I can't because I'm all filled up. All right, I'm actually seeing myself on my screen over there. Okay, so if I move this over to a picture, I could take a picture of me. Did it take a picture? Let's find out. No, it didn't. Did I go over? Yes, I did. Okay. All right, so let's take a picture. Now it took a picture. So I push the button. There I am. Any of these cameras capable of capturing that? Hello? Ferris? Bueller? Anybody capable of capturing that? Let's go over to the Randy cam. And let's go over to where I can control the zoom, and let's bring that all the way up. Okay, and then let me lean forward. There I go. That's a picture of Peter Gregg. Have you ever seen a picture of Peter Gregg? You've never seen a picture of Peter Gregg? There it is. I haven't seen Randy in here tonight. Randy, where are you, buddy? Randy got a new roof this week. That was exciting. So that's the news. I didn't see Norm. Norm had chicken for dinner. Norm, are the kids still coming on Friday night for the Seder dinner? I haven't seen you come in a while. Okay, so... Lewis says the 6600 is his current go-to camera. It's the camera that he takes around with him. Now, he carries his son around with him, so the camera would come into second place. Okay, so I just got out of the shower. I think my hair is all dry now. Now, if I didn't touch it, it would have looked a lot better, but I had to go sticking my fingers in the hair. Roy says the shirt in the photo looks lighter. Yeah, it does. It actually looks purple in here. No, it looks pretty good. Oh, I turned the camera off. I was wondering, where did the picture go? Looks great. I look like a dork, but it looks great. So the workflow is, and I should do this for the Patreon, okay? What is my workflow with this camera? So after I take the card out, I open this door right here. Let's bring this up closer again. And I set the camera up on my desk. So I open this door right here, and I set the camera on the desk, and it's got a USB-C port. So then I take the card out, I put it into the Studio 2, M2, I'm sorry, which is a studio, and then I recharge it. I'm ready to go in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. I don't even know what that means. And then from there, I take the card, and I've gotten in a habit because I keep pulling the card out, and then the computer slaps me on the hand, says, you pull it out before you hit the eject button. So I bring over all the files, and after I bring them in, I immediately eject the card. So even if it's sitting over there, I can grab it, and now I've done it enough times where I'm pretty confident that I don't have to go check and see if I ejected the card. Okay, so let's see. Is Randy making his home very nice? Yes, it is. Yes, he is, of course. His new roof. Actually, he did a video. He's got a video of from a drone on Randall Brander, and you can go over and see the video where it circles all the way around his house. He put a brand new, beautiful colored roof, and fresh. If it rains and he gets a leak now, he's going to get really pissed. Okay, but it looks like, because he was sending me videos and pictures all along, looks like they did a very good job. So I think Randy's got a really nice new roof that should last him for quite a few years. All right, guys, we have finished with the show. You guys want to see more of me, go to the link for the Patreon. It'll cost you $1, but I think you can handle that. If you can't handle $1, email me. I could probably put $1 in the mail. And you can see all the little videos I do all week long. That's my commercial, okay? So it's like 25 cents a week. I wanted it to not be a burden because I talk to people directly on there, okay? I'll talk to Kyle or Jim or Sammy or Sly or Randy or whoever else is over there. Tom is over there. And I'll just say something directly to them because it's a closed club. You can't see it. You have to be in the club for $1 a month to actually see the videos. So I really need to, pay attention to that because that is an even closer, tighter family. And I think in the future, I'm not saying I'm going to do this, I might move this whole shebang over to Patreon. Okay? So Mookie says, is this the Sony camera that I put a fan on? Yes. I bought the Ulanzi fan, and I only used it once. But thank God I had it, because the camera did not overheat. I don't know if it would have or if it wouldn't have. Okay? But I just did a 12-minute video in 24p. That's nothing for this camera. It's when you get up into 40, 50 minutes where you have to start being careful of your heat levels on this camera. Okay? And if you put that fan on, it's indefinite if you're at 24 or 30p. Now, if you go to 60p, it does run hotter. You'll probably overheat it. Now, I did a test, and I don't remember where the results are. I might have to do the test again. So I can publish those. That would be a good video for the big channel. What is the results of the ZVE1 for the overheating? And because we're starting to get 85-degree days again here. So I'd like to go out, walk around, and see what happens at 60p. Now, I don't normally shoot at 60p. Now, I might take a B-roll at 60p of something happening, a bug, a butterfly, a bird, or something. But then when I turn it to talk to the camera, it's 24p because it's a 24p timeline that I'm going to actually work in. Now, what I've got going on here, let me double check, is I've got 1440. Scotty, is the Rumble still going? Something said I got interrupted, and I'm not quite sure what it was. Okay, I can't read the gray. They make it very gray. So I'm at 1440, and I would be normally at 4K, but I'm higher than 1080. I'm higher than 2K, but I'm at 2560 by 1440. Okay, and that's because Rumble will throw me off if I do that. Now, I am using the high-quality mode, and it says, oh, so I am broadcasting on both, because it says I need 17 megabits per second. So I know it's, for 1440, it's only like 9 or 10 megabits per second. So it's broadcasting now to both of them. So never mind, Scott. I got my answer just by looking at the megabit stream, okay? So I have 1,000 up, 1,000 down here. I'm on the AT&T 1,000 up, 1,000 down. And when I do the test, it usually comes in anywhere from 940 to 980. So right now, the test that Ecamm did right before I went live, that's not the right button, Mr. Peter. Let's pay attention. Sammy's watching you. Okay. 988. So Ecamm will do a test to confirm you've got enough bandwidth to actually stream, because if you don't, they won't take you live. Okay. So Scotty wants permission to go PP. Okay, you can go, Scott. Not a problem. And I answered Mookie, and yeah, that is the Sony E1. I got to tell you this, that the E1 is probably one of the best buys on the market. It's a very underrated camera. It actually is one of the top all-around cameras for things that I do. Now, if I was going to be shooting films 95% of the time, like Sammy does, then if I were him, and he did, he did what I suggested. I said, you need to go to the FX30, and he did. Now, when Sammy wins the lotto, he's probably going to go to the FX3. And by the time that happens, there might be an FX3 Mark II. And if they take that and put everything that's in here in the FX3 Mark II, which doesn't exist, I'm making that up, I'm creating a rumor. Don't get your panties in a wad, what's the saying? That's going to be a killer camera, even though it's going to cost a lot more money. Because the image stabilization that's in here, it's the best you could buy right now. And I'll let you know if, God willing, I get the G9 Mark II, but that is a Micro Four Thirds sensor. Nothing wrong with that. Micro Four Thirds has got some crazy advantages. It's all about the lenses. Small, light lenses. I can have an 800 or 1200 millimeter, and it's no bigger than that. Like, hello, that is amazing. Now, it is a 4/3 sensor, but unless you're doing critical work, like in a studio, don't get the giant G9 Mark II. Don't even get this, okay? You get the Z8 or something with like 40, 50, 60, even maybe the Fuji if you're working heavily in the studio. So there you have it. Now, what are you guys gonna do when we're finished watching? Where's Ray? I didn't see Ray in here tonight. I thought of Ray because he's in California, so he gets 3 more hours. Okay, then I'll get. It's 11:20 for me, and so 11:30 Sly is going to come on, and the rumor on the street is Sly is going to be doing a remote broadcast. Okay, so that should be fun. We'll get to watch her fiddle and faddle with all the kinds of stuff that she's got, but she's actually does pretty good with it now, which is fantastic. You got to give that girl credit where she's like better than a lot of us, okay? So she sticks to a topic until she wins. If she ever became a bull rider, poor bull doesn't have a chance because she'll stick it out until she wins. So there we go. That's our shirt. That's our show. I'm thinking of my shirt. It's bunching up again. I think I'm going to do what Roy said. So I love you guys. Thank you for being here with me. You are family to me, and that's very, very important. It allows me to interact with people. I'm one of the type of people that is not, out and about. Like I talk to Sammy, and every time I talk to Sammy, he's somewhere else. So Scotty says, I just posted a comment on your Rumble system. Thank you. Rumble stream. Thank you. I don't know how those are going to do over there, but at least I figure if it catches on, I'm at least going to be a few months ahead of everybody else because I'll be situated. I will know a little more of what I'm doing because it's a little bit intimidating. I got to tell you, it's intimidating because it works a little bit different. So there you have it. I'm going to try maybe to do a live stream on Rumble only. Just for grins and giggles, okay? To see what happens. All right, guys, I am now rambling, and let's see, you guys know it. Yep, we're down to 10. We were up to 20. We were up at 20 when I start to ramble. People don't hang. I thought you people liked me just sitting with me, having a cup of coffee, tea, hot chocolate, and shooting the breeze. I guess not. Okay. All right. I love you all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being my family. What's that? What's the song that Hoss sings? Something about family? No, that's Sly. We are family, not Sly and the Family Stone. All right. Catch you later. I'm going to try to close this out smoothly. I want to give you guys a little bit of time to say goodnight to me, say goodnight to each other. Give me a thumbs up if you haven't done that. And the only thing I have to do is find where that is. And I believe, how could I lose it? It's supposed to have stars, asterisks. Okay. It says outro. So if I hit that one, is that the right one? No. Do I sound like I know what I'm doing? No, not at all. Okay. Oh, here it is. I have it in a folder called End of Show. You think that's clear enough? All right. Love you guys. I'm going to say goodbye from the Randy Cam. That's what you're watching right now. Give me a thumbs up. If you're watching this on the rewind, you're just as fresh as the people that are watching it live. Don't feel you're being handicapped. Jot me a comment. Tell me you're watching it on the rewind. Say hi to me. I like hearing from my family, and I like hearing from new people. And in case I haven't mentioned it, subscribe. Okay? Subscribe. All right. Bye.
Silent night, oh holy night, all is calm, all is bright. Round the Virgin, the Mother, the Child, holy infant, he's tender, he's mild. Silent night, oh holy night, Son of God, love's pure light. Radiant beams from your holy face, with the dawning of saving grace. Silent night, holy night, shepherds shake at that sight. Glory is streaming from heaven above, heavenly angels sing hallelujah.
You have just watched another Peter Gregg video. Something warm, human, and wonderful happens when you watch Peter Gregg. Thank you for watching.